So there's something I want to talk about today, and that has to do with constructing your pig pens. I see a lot of people doing this. Now, from my own experience, this isn't right when you factor in the disadvantages and compare it to the advantages. Now, I know that constructing a large pen or bigger pens is actually good when it comes to putting a lot of pigs into them. For example, you construct a pig pen that's about 20 by 10 feet, or 30 by 15 feet, or 40 by 15 feet. That is very, very long and very, very wide. You construct it and you put about up to 25 pigs there or 30 pigs there. That is great. Now, but when you factor in the disadvantage, it becomes a problem. Now, what are the disadvantages? From my own experience, when you put a lot of pigs into one pen, that's into one room, into one pig room, if one pig eventually develops a disease, it could easily be transferred to the remaining, assuming that pen contains about 30 pigs, it could easily be transferred to the remaining 29 pigs, which means that as you are treating that one pig, you must treat that 29 pigs, or else their own health will deteriorate at a very, very fast rate. Now, unlike when you have a smaller pen that you can put about 10 pigs, if one pig develops an issue, you will be treating about 9 more pigs, not 29 more pigs. Now, from my own experience, majority of my pens here are mostly smaller pens that contain about 10 to 15 pigs. But most times I prefer to put about 10 pigs in one room. Why? Because I know that if eventually one develops a disease, it will be much easier for me and much more economically better to treat 9 pigs more than if I have a room that contains about 30 pigs and I'm treating about 29 pigs apart from that one. Now, another thing, we as a farmer, if you've been into farming for some time now, one thing you must have noticed is that there's something that is called munch. Munch is when your pigs are always scratching on the wall, when you have all those red spots on their body. Now, when a pig develop munch or those red spots and starts scratching itself on the wall, once that thing starts to happen on that one pig, it easily transfers to the other remaining pigs. So if you're someone who wants to start your pig farm, or you already have a pig farm but you are struggling because you basically don't know much, or you don't have much in-depth knowledge about how to run a pig farm, I have a video course for you. This course is basically basically as good as you going to a pig farm and learning everything practically for 3 months, intensively for 3 months. This course basically has the A to Z of pig farming. Practically, this is not theory. Practical course, about 50 videos or 5 to 10 minutes each. Everything you need to know about pig farming, from the A to the Z of pig farming. How to spot animals that are sick, how to care for your newborn piglets, how to breed your pigs, how to know when a pig needs to be served, how to know the right pigs to keep in your farm so that they can keep giving birth, and how to know the ones to sell. Basically, everything you need to know about pig farming, this course contains it all. And it's very, very, very affordable. And also, this course comes with my 1-year consultation. So if you get this course, you're also getting my 1-year consultation online as your consultant. So that is basically it, guys. If you're someone who already owns a pig farm, but you're struggling, or you are new to pig farming, this course is for you, and I would advise you get it. Very, very important. So that means if you have like 30 pigs in one room, that munch must affect every single one of them instantly. That means as you're spending your resources buying medication for that one pig, you must also buy for the remaining 29 pigs. So this is like one of the major reasons I prefer my pigs being about 10 in one room. Unlike when I have a big hall where I can put like 50. Once that one pig develops munch, before you know it, within 2 days, it affects the other ones. Now here, you're not spending money trying to prevent this disease. No, you are spending money trying to treat all of them, because once one gets it, within 1 or 2 days, it spreads. It spreads because monkeys are external parasites that go about on pig's body laying eggs. So once it eventually affects one pig, and that one comes in contact with the other pigs in that same room, it transfers that egg on his body to the other one. And that is how these monkeys keep reproducing and keep transferring to each other. That's why sometimes you could come to your pen, or you could come to your pig's room, and all your pigs are shining red. Their bodies are red. It's as if that mosquitoes beat them on their body. This is mange. And the easiest way to control it better in your farm is to make sure that your pigs are not many in one pen. Because when they are many, it becomes much more expensive treating them. Don't forget, as a farmer, you're also trying to reduce your cost of production. Now, if you're always buying medication to treat something that could easily be avoided by putting your pigs in smaller number in one room, then of course you see yourself running into a lot of expenses trying to medicate or to treat those pigs because of that mange. So one thing I've developed in this farm to help me control these manges and basically diseases better is to be able to put pigs in smaller numbers. Because if a pig develops a disease, it becomes harder to treat them when they are in large numbers. Unlike when you have them 10 or 5 or 7 in one room, you basically treat that 7. And as time goes on, they'll get better. But a situation whereby you have many in one room, it becomes much more expensive treating them. And you know, once something becomes very, very expensive, it starts affecting your profits. And once you are not making profits in your pig farm, it becomes harder to cope and it becomes harder to stay in business. So that is basically it. For me, this is what has worked for me. Now, others might have experienced a different thing, but this is basically me talking from my own experience. And as you all know, I always share what I've experienced on this farm and what is currently working for me and what has basically been working for me. So that's basically it on this video. See you guys in the next. Subscribe to the channel and let's keep going.